Just 1 month after the opening round of the 2011 Kenyan National Rally Championship took place in a dusty Voi on the fringes of Tsavo National Park, the KNRC team were back in action. This time the venue was Athi, on the outskirts of Nairobi, and in contrast to the heat and dust of Voi, the second round of the championship was set to be very wet and muddy. Indeed, the conditions were so treacherous that the organisers were forced to cancel 4 of the scheduled 8 stages before the rally had even begun. The dramatic reroute would see competitors tackle the 21-kilometre-long Mathatani to Lukenya stage 3 times and the popular spectator stage no less than 4 times during the day.
This is left 3, 150, long right 2. .500, cut left 3.
With absolutely no wet weather testing, Peter struggled with the revolutionary Moto Moto, hampered by not being able to get the power down in the muddy sections. Despite this, the crowds loved the little Datsun pickup, and Peter would return to first service 3rd overall. After some setup changes at service, along with the conditions improving, Peter was able to improve on his stage times quite dramatically, but was still only 3rd fastest through the repeat of the Mathatani stage. Conscious of the harsh 2% time penalty which is added to the stage times of Moto Moto, a handicap for any unhomologated car, Peter pushed hard through the final loop in an effort to clinch 3rd overall, but his charge came unstuck when he damaged the rear suspension halfway through the penultimate test and would eventually drop back to 5th overall by the end of what was a tough day of rallying.
But went into that first stage. Unfortunately, we hadn't found a good compromise with our settings. We did as much as we could last weekend, and we progressed a bit from Voi in terms of getting a good setup. But obviously, without any slippery or wet weather experience with this car, it was always going to be difficult coming here. Mixed emotions at the moment. It was working okay for some of the stages, but unfortunately, we were quite far off the top guys. Now that it's dry, we've made a few changes, and we think we're making some progress in our setup of the car, and yet we're still struggling with time. So something to think about. We didn't come here with absolutely no wet weather experience with this car, so it was always going to be difficult. But ultimately, I would prefer to be faster than we were.
Okay, but I mean, excluding the 2% time penalties, you've still been in the top 3 all day, which is not too bad for what's only the second event of this car.
Yeah, that's true. I was hoping by second event we could be higher than top 3. It's unfortunate that it's gone, but we've learned a lot this weekend, and we've got to work on now. Lots to work on. Going on that super special at the end was quite fun actually. It really was. It's good fun. It's more fun than a Group N car.
Mathatani Lukenya, 21 kilometers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 150, 3 left. 200, long 2 right. 400. Long 2 right now, 400.
Alex and Frank were eager to continue their strong start to the year, but Alex was also aware that he had virtually no wet weather experience to call upon and opted to take the opening loop relatively steady.
I'm starting to come together. The mud's drying up, so now it's as though the whole rally's just changed. From a very wet rally now into a dry rally again. It's coming more into my territory, so hopefully I'll be picking it up now. My first real wet rally I've done in a very long time in this new car. Getting used to it, getting the feel for it. Nearly went off lots of times, but didn't actually go off.
At first service, the enthusiastic duo were well placed inside the top 6, and with the conditions improving, Alex set about reeling in his rivals. By the final loop stages, Alex had hauled the Evo 9 up into a potential podium position and pushed hard. However, front wheel exploded on the penultimate stage and the young driver was lucky not to crash. However, the time lost to changing the wheel was enough to drop Alex and Frank down the order to a final result of 12th position. Poor reward for a spirited drive. The third round of the 2011 Kenya National Rally Championship is the KCB SME Banking Rally. Based in Eldoret, this event will see the debut of a brand new car for Alex and Frank. However, Peter, Des and Moto Moto will be missing from the action after Peter suffered a broken arm whilst wakeboarding. We wish him a speedy recovery and hope to see you in Eldoret.